It's not.
But you had to start like 3 times.
Hey everyone, so today we have decided to start some tomato seeds, and Miley is going to be starting some flower seeds too. She planted some a couple of weeks ago, but they kind of accidentally got neglected and they didn't do very good, so she's going to replant some of them, and we've finally got the grow light set up and everything, so we ought to be a little more successful now. But anyway, I wanted to kind of tell you what I did. Like the very first year that we moved here, I had this idea that I would grow this big organic garden with all heirloom tomato plants and other plants and all that. And so the very first year I went and I bought, I don't know, I think it was 3 different varieties of heirloom tomato plants. And then I decided to start them. And when I did, I started probably, I think it was around 40 plants. So anyway, after I planted those 40 plants, I got to thinking, oh my gosh, what if those really don't grow? And so my mom and I went to town, and later on we bought more plants. We bought some early girls, and she likes the champions and celebrities and stuff, those kind of varieties of plants. So we went ahead and bought those and decided to plant those just in case the heirloom ones didn't grow very well. Well, then after I got the heirloom ones planted and the few varieties that we bought planted, we got to thinking, oh my gosh, what if those heirlooms fail and we only have our early girls, champions, and celebrities to use, or to depend on. You know, we didn't have very many, so we're like, we need to go buy some more. So we went to town and we bought some more and we planted those. And long story short, we ended up with probably about 80 tomato plants that first year, and it was crazy. Luckily, we did go ahead and get plants as backup because all the heirlooms that I planted did not produce very much. They didn't even produce enough to even can, I don't think. So I am grateful that we went ahead and got all those other plants that we did. But 80 tomato plants was a lot to deal with, especially on the first year of doing a big garden. It was kind of overwhelming and all of that. But it worked out pretty good because we got a ton of tomatoes out of those about 40 plants that we bought. And I canned a lot, and I canned a lot of sauces and everything, so it was really successful. But the next year I decided that I wasn't going to do all the heirlooms, and I was going to kind of experiment a little bit. So I bought a different kind of heirloom that I hadn't tried, and I think it was the Homestead tomato plant. I think that's the name of it. And I started about 10 plants of that. And then we went to town and bought our normal early girls, champions, and celebrities, and we planted all those. Well, I still had a lot of problems with the Homestead ones. They didn't produce. They were kind of scrawny. They didn't really grow as well as the other ones did. And so I was wondering if it's because I'm not doing something right when I start them, and they kind of start out pizzly and just continue to be pizzly, or if it is actually the variety and they just don't grow as well. So for the next 2 years after that, I did not worry about starting any of my own tomato plants. We just went to town, we bought the varieties that were good for us, and we used them and all of that. So this year I decided to try a small experiment here, and I am going to start some early girl tomatoes because I have really good luck with those growing and everything, and that way I can tell whether or not it's something that I'm doing when I'm starting them that's not working right, or it's the varieties. So I've decided to try just 5 little plants here because I don't want to get a whole ton of tomato plants like I've done in the past. So I'm going to start these 5, and then I'm going to mark them when I plant them on the garden. I'm going to mark it which ones were the ones that I started, and I'm going to compare them with the ones that I buy from town and see how they do. And then I'm going to go from there, and little by little I'm going to try to figure out what's going on, and hopefully I will eventually become successful at growing tomatoes that I start from seed. So I guess it'll be kind of an interesting experiment to see how it goes. So anyway, that's what we're doing for today. We use the Jiffy dirt pellets to start them with. Miley's filling the cups with warm water, and now we are just going to sit here and wait for them to expand.
This one's already ready, and I just need to wait for those.
Here are the ones that she started a couple of weeks ago. We've just got a few that are growing.
I have a good way to tell which ones I put plants in. I have the seeds just laying on the dirt, so I don't get confused which ones.
That is a very good idea. So this way you can just look and see the seeds laying on top and then know that you put a seed there. So then now what are you going to do now that you got them all on there?
Cover them with dirt.
Okay.
Seeds. I don't know what kind this is. Of flower this is.
What are some kinds of flowers that you planted in there?
Some forget-me-nots. Then some zinnias. Then I'm doing some pink ones right here. I did some morning glories here.
Okay.
The morning glories do vine. They were this one. I planted these first.
All right. You are enrolled in plant science for 4-H, right?
Yeah.
And so you're going to be taking hopefully having a lot of flowers to take to the fair this year, maybe.
Maybe.
I just decided I was going to let Miley plant my tomato seeds because she has a lot more patience poking them little tiny seeds in the dirt than I do. Got tiny little seeds there.
Oops. That's how easy it is to get. I'm just going to set them on. Put them on there.
Okay, got 5 of them out there now. Okay. Now they're all ready to go. Hopefully they'll be sprouting in about a week or so, right?
Yeah. And now we are going to put these in my room under the grow light now.
Okay, here is our grow light setup. It's kind of, I guess the camera doesn't really want to work very good because the light
Is too bright.
Yeah, too bright, and it's making it dark. But anyway,
You think it would work well if I turn it off?
yeah, I guess we could turn it off for a little bit.
Does that work better?
There. Yeah. A little bit better anyway. We have the grow light set up in here in Miley's room under her bed. So that way she can take care of them because she really enjoys planting flowers and watering them and taking care of them and all that. What was it, year before last? I think we had the grow light in my room.
Yeah.
And in fact, we, over the winter, grew a small garden in our room. And it was really fun. We grew miniature tomatoes that only grew maybe a foot tall. And we grew some, what else? Some little pepper plants and some
Cucumber.
We grew a cucumber, but it didn't work very well. It died on us, got fungus or something. But anyway, it's always fun to do that. And Miley just had a blast with it. She could go in every day and water the plants. And then the summer, we left the grow light in her room, and she just kept going in there and planting flowers all summer long. And then she'd put them out in the garden, and we just had flowers everywhere, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I will show you a few pictures of what she grew that year. So
I'm hyper.
you are, it's so exciting, and ready for spring to get here.
Yeah.
So anyway, here is our little setup. We have a little plastic tray type thing that we still need to put under it to protect the carpet from water and all that. My oldest daughter decided to start some flowers too, and she just started these a few days ago, and they are already up and growing really
She
well.
did cover them with something.
I can't believe how fast those things popped up. So if you want to turn it back on, you can. There we go.
If you like plants, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.